I never thought I would find the most important relationship of my life through a dating app. Honestly, it always sounded like a joke to me. Love in my mind was something that happened in movies, or maybe to people who were dreamy and romantic by nature. Not to someone like me, someone who lived a normal life with a demanding job and little time for anything else. But the digital age has its own ways of surprising you, and it certainly surprised me. My name is Sakshi. I work at a television channel. My days are filled with deadlines, scripts, and endless hours of shooting and editing. By the end of each day, I would crash into bed, exhausted, scrolling through my phone just to distract myself before sleep. There was no room for romance, no space to meet new people, and even less courage to let someone into my life. Friends often teased me, saying, "At least try a dating app, Sakshi. Who knows?" I would laugh, shake my head, and tell them it was all nonsense. People are just there for fun, I'd say. But one evening, after a particularly long day, I gave in. Maybe it was boredom, maybe it was curiosity, or maybe it was destiny. I downloaded the app, created my profile, and thought nothing of it. I didn't expect anything. There were so many profiles, most of them looking exactly the way I had imagined: casual, funny, sometimes superficial. I swiped, half amused and half tired, until one profile made me pause. His name was Ayaan. His bio wasn't filled with jokes or flashy one-liners. It simply said, "I'm serious, looking for something real. I'll only meet someone if I truly feel a connection." Something about those words struck me. It wasn't pretentious. It wasn't overdone. It was honest, and honesty was rare. On impulse, I sent him a message. "Are you also waiting for the right time?" I didn't expect a reply, at least not immediately. But a few seconds later, my phone buzzed. "Do you think like me?" he wrote back. That was it. Just one small exchange, and a door opened. From that day, our conversations began. At first, they were light and cautious introductions, hobbies, the usual things strangers discuss when trying to figure each other out. But soon, the conversations grew longer, deeper. I found myself looking forward to his messages, smiling at my phone like a teenager. He wasn't just interesting, he was thoughtful. He spoke about books, about his experiences, about the fears he carried quietly in his heart, and I shared mine too. Day after day, message after message, we unfolded our lives to each other. He told me about his past, how love had once broken him, leaving him hesitant to trust again. I told him about my loneliness, how I had built walls so high that I had forgotten what it felt like to let someone in. Strangely, instead of pushing us apart, our fears pulled us closer. We became mirrors to each other's wounds. After almost a month of talking, Ayaan suggested we meet. My heart pounded when I read his message. Meeting in real life was different. It was no longer just words on a screen. It meant vulnerability. It meant risk. I hesitated, wondering if this digital connection would dissolve in the daylight of reality. But something inside me whispered that I needed to take the chance. The day we met, I was nervous beyond measure. I chose a cafe close to my workplace, a place that felt safe. As I walked inside, my hands trembled. Then I saw him. He stood up as soon as he saw me, nervous too, but smiling shyly. My breath caught. His eyes were exactly as I had imagined, warm, honest, searching. "Hi," he said softly, and I smiled, realizing that all my doubts had vanished in that one moment. This was real. We talked for hours. At first, it was awkward pauses, shy laughter, both of us fumbling. But slowly, the same rhythm we had in our chats returned. We spoke about our work, our dreams, our fears. And when I looked at him, I saw the same sincerity I had felt through the screen. It wasn't just a digital connection anymore. It was human, tangible, undeniable. From then on, things changed. We met again and again. Every meeting deepened the bond. We began to share more our insecurities, our past heartbreaks, our hopes for the future. Ayaan confessed one evening, his voice trembling, "I was scared Sakshi, scared that love would hurt again. But with you, it feels different. I don't feel like I am walking into a storm. I feel like I am finally finding shelter. I reached across the table, touching his hand gently. I am scared too, I admitted, but maybe we don't need to fight our fears alone anymore. That moment became the turning point. From then on, it wasn't just about texts or calls, it was about building something real. We laughed together, argued, made mistakes, and learned. We supported each other in ways that felt new, yet so natural. Slowly, what had begun as a hesitant digital bond grew into a solid, living relationship. Months passed, and we became a part of each other's worlds. My once lonely evenings, now filled with his voice, his laughter, his once broken trust, now healed with my presence. We built something steady, something strong, out of something that had once felt so unreal. Today, as I look back, I still smile at the irony. I used to think love was for movies. I used to mock the idea of finding something real on a dating app. But here we are, living proof that when two hearts are honest, it doesn't matter where they meet online, offline, or in some unexpected place. What matters is the truth of the connection. Ayan and I often laugh about it now. Imagine, he says, we could have just swiped past each other. But we didn't. We paused. We chose to talk. We chose to believe. And that one choice changed everything. Love isn't about where you find it. It's about recognizing it when it comes. And when it does, no screen, no fear, no distance can make it less real. Because love, in the end, always finds a way.